the state of the world making him believe that he has to hide what he wants to say. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like, it bothers me that my friends have to censor themselves because they're afraid of getting, like, fired or killed by fucking, literally, Israel.
Well, I think his concern was more about, because of what he said about, like, students or, like, other teachers that he works with.
Yeah, but he didn't say nothing bad.
I know, but I understand.
I talk more shit on my students.
Like, I'll say something that probably wasn't even that bad, but I'll overthink it, like, for the rest of the day. Like,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Maybe I said something worse than I actually did.
You're the one that helped me with that fucking second skate stream. Like, that was fucking... I was drunk as shit and didn't realize how much I said, and then I was like, oh
yeah,
my
that
god.
one.
That was racist as fuck.
Yeah.
I was just angry. I was just like, the fucking Jews destroyed this game? And then I was like, wait, Muslims own EA now. Fuck!
I think you also blame trans people, too, for the game. I forgot.
Oh, yeah, I definitely blame trans people for the fucking game being terrible because everybody is androgynous. Everybody doesn't even look like a guy or a girl. They have a very undistinct look. I don't like it. I don't like how games have changed how they look, alright? And I'm never going to change that opinion.
Yeah.
So you want to know what? I don't give a fuck if Lara Croft used to have huge fucking tits and wore fucking booty shorts. No, I don't care. And all of the fucking women. No. And all of the fat cunts.
They were
No. All the fat cunts that could fucking... That's not a proper representation. Shut the fuck up! Lara Croft literally had a whole fucking gym in her mansion.
Yeah,
It makes
dressing
sense.
for comfortability. Like, that's how she knows she can move fastest in those clothes.
It makes
Let her
sense.
wear what she wants to
It
wear.
makes sense.
It makes sense with her.
And she's fucking...
triangle.
It doesn't matter if she's not jacked. She can pull herself up.
Yeah.
She's very athletic. She's lithe. She's... Oh. And now Lara Croft is fucking bumbling and is like, I didn't want to kill that man. You know what Lara Croft back in the 90s would have done? She would have shot 30 dudes back to back and then shot 15 fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex.
That's why I like the movie.
No, the original games, dog. The original
No, I know.
fucking
The movie is good,
game.
too. They did a good job with the movie.
Which one? Angelina Jolie, because I did like those,
Yeah.
but they were not like the game.
No, I know. But I didn't see the new one. I heard that one was pretty.
The Walton Goggins one, yeah, with Alicia Vikander, what's her name?
I don't
Is it Alyssa or Alicia?
I honestly don't even know. But
It's okay.
I've heard that she was very good.
I'm going to put it to you like this. It was worse than the Angelina Jolie ones, but it was still good as far as being a movie, even if it wasn't a movie game. Like, they could have literally called it fucking Crypt Raiders, or Crypt Seekers, right? And it's just a total knockoff of Tomb Raider, right? And I would be like, oh, this is just a total knockoff of Tomb Raider. But I would have loved it, because I would have been like, they're hitting all the beats. Like, I feel like this is supposed to be a knockoff of Tomb Raider. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know, it's, the thing that bothers me, though, is, like, if you look at any of, like, the recent games, like, if you look at Japan, right, there's lots of Japanese games where, like, women necessarily don't have huge tits and huge asses, but they're still very attractive. You see what I'm saying? Like, they can be, like, slimmer, and they still have, like, a figure, and they could be a little thicker, and still have a figure. You know what I mean? Like, the figure and how the characters interact with the world. You see what I'm saying? Like, how it all fits together, how it all meshes. When you see a bunch of dudes and dudettes that... no tits, no ass. It looks like a Star Wars film from 2016. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It's acting like sexy.
That's a very specific reference.
Well, bro,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Bro, like,
that's crazy.
Well, I mean, think of it like this. Like, it's a lie to say that there aren't absolutely beautiful, sexy women out there. It's a lie to say that there aren't fat women out there. Do you have to include fat women and be like, you're the bravest, strongest, amazingest? Just make her the fucking techie. Just make her the fucking techie. Just make her the Q replacement. Because everybody likes Q. Not in Impractical Jokers. I'm talking about James Bond. You know what I'm talking about, right? Where it's like, Q was not a main character, but he was a beloved character because of his recurring role, his interplay with Bond. You see what I'm saying? Like, how the characters play together. Not how the fucking actors play together! It's fucking bullshit. I don't want to hear about how easy it was to make the film and how fun it was to make. I want to hear about you almost dying on the way to the set because John Carpenter needed to get there early so you could all stay in a fucking weird-ass fucking facility for 6 months while you're shooting the thing. You see what I'm saying? It takes that real element out of it, of just being like, no, don't worry, the studio's taking care of everything. I want a filmmaker. I want musicians. I want creators who are trying to get their fucking hands dirty. And it's why you like horror so much. Like, the indie horror scene's amazing. Because, like, they all want to do dope practical effects. Because you can't afford a fucking CGI department.
I know. And sometimes that's just
it's better.
Expensive, too, but it's just as expensive sometimes.
Oh, look at Mandy.
Yeah.
Mandy's great for that.
You can get a lot
It's not an independent film, but you get a lot of
money.
great practical effects out of it. Meaning, like, the set pieces are so good in that film. Even when he's just freaking out in the bathroom, covered in blood, drinking vodka. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fucking, there's a lot, like, you'll get, like, one of those, like...
That movie's crazy.
It's a good movie.
The chainsaw battle.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I fucking love that movie. I love that movie.
I really liked it.
It reminded me of Kill Bill, but, like, instead of, like, 2 movies and, like, all this backstory, it's just basically the event and the vengeance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's basically if you cut out all of the Pai Mei, all of the Bill backstory, all of her being the assassin story, and you just start at the coup de grace,
Yeah.
and then the wake up from the coma.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's almost like John Wick in a way.
Dude, John Wick. That was, let me tell you, there's a reason that movie became a franchise, and we both know why. And it's not, I'll put it like this, it's an easily writable story, so you could put it into comic book form, right?
Yeah.
But, would you say that all of the John Wick films have been as good as the first?
I've only seen 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, so 2 and 3, are they as good as 1? I would say 2 and 3 are as good as each other, but they're nowhere near as good as 1.
But I also will say that 2 is better than 3.
Yeah, but 4 is better than 2 and 3, and it's still not as good as 1.
I still have to see 4, obviously.
Yeah. And 4 also goes off in, like, a weird direction where, like, they're like, yeah, we're gonna do all these spin-off stories, but, like...
I never saw it. I'm sure it's good.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly which one. I'm just like, I was coming up with something, and you're just like, I'm going to be Lars Ulrich for a second. And I knew you were being Lars Ulrich because you weren't keeping time exactly.
Yeah, that was the first thing.
Bam, 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 ba da 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 da. Hey, I'm your life, I'm your song, but that's a fully down-tuned song.
Yeah.
That's a drop. That's a drop, not D. That's a full. That's a D standard tuning song, I think. It might be even further. It might be C. It might be drop C, because it feels like a drop C song. But if we're playing drop C, we're playing System of a Down. I'm sorry, Frank. I know I don't like to put you through a lot on the drums, but you gotta be John for 4 or 5 songs, okay? And we're not doing BYOB. Don't fucking worry.
Yes. Okay. I could do a few of their songs.
Yeah, I'm thinking Sugar. Even though
I'd have to learn that, but
even though it's got the jazz beat, but it's the same. It's the same exact jazz beat as Wicked World. It's the same speed too. And then Sugar. Exactly. And you already got the feel for the. Can you believe that John never used a double bass? He's a single bass player, just like the fucking Iron Maiden. Yeah, he didn't play with 2 bass drums.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
That's cool.
It's fucking crazy. Because some of those songs sound like there's double bass, but it's literally him just doing fills.
Especially BYOB.
The blast beats? Yeah. Absolutely.
Where the fuck are you part too?
Yeah.
How is he not playing a double?
I'm pretty sure he developed it, but he was just doing the rotator.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he is hitting on every single beat. So he was just bouncing it, but he was doing that. You know, he probably learned it from. There's a lot of bands that did shit like that too. You know. I got you.
No, it's
That's more it. That's where the drum break is. After the first chorus.
Shit.
But you're right. I gotta learn how to practice.
I haven't really listened to it in a while.
It's a hard song to play and sing. I was trying to just jump right into it because sometimes I have success with it.
Yeah, just jumping into it.
Yeah. No, seriously, like that's what I did with the Sabbath stuff. The Sabbath stuff, even with War Pigs, which I have been practicing a little bit more. It's just so fucking hard to get the timing between the vocals. Because Ozzy's just holding out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like. You know. You know what I mean? Like, my good Tony got and then you go the whole fucking time. Which we haven't played in a while, but I still believe that me, you, and Kev could make it through.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe it's still snowing, even if it's just flurry. Like, I'm telling you, bro, this winter's gonna be rough.
This is just a sample.
Yep.
They always do that. I feel like even last year when we got a little snow, they gave us a little in November.
Yeah.
That's just how they're fucking doing the weather machines these days. They're just running them. This is a snow test.
You know, this was a plot point in One Piece.
Well,
The government started controlling the weather, and then they outlawed a certain powder.
A lot of people believe that because of the silver that they sometimes will throw in the sky.
Oh yeah, on jets, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Chemtrails.
Yeah.
And they said that for the longest time that they weren't real, right?
Yeah.
And then it turns out
They're
that
lying.
the things that they were putting into the clouds were literally made there to make clouds over time, but still. I fucking hate when our government lies to us and then acts like we're the fucking bad guy.
No, all they have to, like, what I still to this day will not understand. Who gives a shit if the Christian people will be upset if they find out that God's not real? And they find out that we've been here all along and, like, we were mixed with apes or something like that. But I don't even know what the
Here's the real problem.
But why should they care what they think when they've done so many other things that they don't explain, like the Epstein files that we'll never get.
The Jews! That was Jews!
So it's just like, why can't we
Don't blame the Christians for the Epstein shit. You can blame the Christians for the Catholics. No, because I stand with Bill Burr. You can blame the Catholics for the fucking shifting around priests like police do with different fucking captains and sheriffs and all that shit. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, like a bad.
No one ever gets fired. No one ever loses their job.
Oh, I know that.
Oh, the only one was Derek Chauvin. Why? Because the black people destroyed Minnesota?
No. There's a guy in Nassau County that dragged a Mexican guy out of his house and beat the shit out of him in front of his family.
What about?
And turns out, you want to hear the kicker?
What about the undercover?
He's legal.
But what about the undercover cop? What about the undercover cop that got Bornstein killed?
Oh, well, yeah, obviously. It goes back as far as even 1984.
80s, yeah.
That girl I was telling you about, Laura
Parker.
Yeah. The town covered that shit up because it was either someone in the police force or someone that...
And why do they never want the feds involved? Because the feds are going to do a full search on if anybody involved has done anything, even slightly illegal.
Yeah.
And what's the problem with the feds now? The feds are doing more illegal shit than anybody. And here's the other thing. Here's the thing. The feds were always doing fucked up shit back in the day, right? But at least back in the day, people understood, like, maybe we need the ATF, because of shit like Waco. But then the fucking feds fucked Waco up!
The more and more pictures...
That's what I'm saying. Whenever you say to yourself in your head, I think the government has at least my back, remember all of the shit that the government has done to people. Even that were involved in the government.
Do you know that the people that are still involved in 9/11 will not get health benefits even to this day?
Oh, yeah. The firefighters, yeah.
Even the people that survived in the building, they won't give them anything anymore.
Yep.
Why?
Who do you think owns the insurance companies, Frank?
I know, but they're the ones that...
They're the six-starred fucking small-headed people that fucking own everything!
No.
Yes!
Yeah.
Insurance is one of the biggest fucking scams of all time, Frank.
Yeah, but the people that were involved with it were complicit because the photos that keep coming out...
Why were they complicit? Why were they complicit?
To keep the job.
No. Why were they complicit? Who was ruling in government with them? The
was
same fucking people! The same fucking agents! And they don't want to say that they're Mossad. They don't want to say that Mossad's involved in the CIA and the FBI and every fucking integral fucking part of this fucking country. They don't want to admit it, but they are. There's probably more Israeli foreign nationals abroad than there are in the fucking country itself. Think about it like that. Think about it, how fucking hard they tried to get into China. Why do you think we see so much propaganda against China? Why do you think we see so much propaganda against Russia, even though there is a huge Jewish billionaire oligarchy over there? Huge.
Oh yeah, they're Russian Jewish.
But Putin does come down on the companies when they aren't fucking meeting the standard needs of people, which is insane. To see him go down to a factory and be like, okay, so the government's taking this over, you're never getting this back. we're going to sell this to somebody else once this is profitable and we've made our money back that we lost. Which is fucking crazy. You would never see that in America!
I know. Like the whole Facebook thing with Mark Zuckerberg when he was saying that.
When he fucking bought Hawaii? When Oprah closed her private road when the people were being affected by the hurricane? That they controlled the weather for?
That's right.
Oh, yeah!
I forgot she did that. I forgot she did that.
Oh, and why would she close it? Because she knew that there was a hurricane coming, but she knew that there was a hurricane coming because somebody told her. She paid information to know this, so that when the locals then leave after all their shit's destroyed, she can then buy their fucking land. It's a huge billionaire scheme. And as much as I fucking hate Karl Marx, it's not a class problem. It is a fucking greed problem.
Yeah.
And the greedy have to be destroyed. Because the craziest thing about Elon Musk is as much as I want to hate the guy, and he's blasting rockets off to space, he apparently takes care of his fucking employees at Tesla, which is insane. You don't hear that about anybody at Amazon.
But he's not taking care of his children.
Fuck his children, bro! He ain't here to fucking take care of his children. He's here to blast rockets off to space and fucking make some cars that are environmentally friendly. But the acid in the batteries is worse for the environment.
And when it's raining and snowing, you see them parked under trees. Why? Why is that?
Exactly, dude.
There's downfalls. That's why they...
It's not even downfalls, dude. I'm never gonna be against...
I
am never gonna be against gasoline-powered cars.
Yeah,
You wanna know why?
guy.
You wanna know why? Because it's easy to create. You can teach somebody how to make gasoline from refining shit.
Yeah,
Like, you can actually do that.
plastic.
You can't teach somebody how to make a fucking battery that's then solar powered without fucking 4 years of training. You see what I'm saying? You could make your own fuel. This is what they teach people in the army all the time whenever they're in fucking Afghanistan. They're just like, alright, you gotta go out and work out on the oil fields because fucking the ones that we control, like, we only got like 30 fucking nationals that are out there, so you go fucking do it, you know what I mean? I mean, dude,
Water powered guy.
it's all over the place. No, I get it. I'm a nuclear power guy.
No, the
I'm only
guy.
saying petroleum for now is that it's easy, it's fast, and they only keep getting more fuel efficient. You see what I'm saying? If they could knock all of the electronics out of a car, right? Make a classic car that has basically air conditioning and just a Bluetooth radio. No navigations, no like all this touch shit, none of that.
Yeah.
Just like connects to your phone, you can play the radio. And you can have some air conditioning, and there's a seatbelt.
Yeah.
They can make a classic car made of metal, so you don't die on impact in the crash anymore. Why do you think cars have been fucking getting cheaper made fucking material in them, except for the electronics? Yet somehow they've been getting more expensive.
I know. I can't deal like cars with too much electronics. It's just stupid.
Even my car, like it takes a while for the Bluetooth to connect. I'm like, honestly, if you just gave me an audio jack, I'm fine with that, you know? It's just stupid. You watch the world deteriorate before your very eyes, right? Right. There's nothing you can do. Nobody wants to fucking believe you. They call you a racist. They call you a white supremacist. Meanwhile, I fucking hate white people. I fucking hate white people because they're the most fucking bitch-made, spineless, two-faced, cunts. And there's so many different types of them, I can't even fucking begin to list them.
Yeah.
How much I hate the Swedish, the fucking French. You know the only white people I tolerate are male Polish people because they're all fucking legends. They all drink like fucking absolute chads. And they're always down to literally burn anything, which is hilarious. They will light a log on fire, they will light a house on fire that's been abandoned, and they will also smoke a blunt with you while downing an entire fucking 40 of fucking vodka.
While you're
which
watching the house burn down.
Exactly. But I don't trust the fucking women, because they're all fucking snakes. As kind as they want to act, they will fuck you over in a fucking heartbeat. And that's, if you ask any Polish dude, they don't trust their fucking wife. They don't. Yeah, dude. It's exactly like that in that culture. Every fucking time. Jarek, remember Pat's dad? He didn't trust his wife. Bro, he never laid a hand on her. I've seen him lay a hand on Pat, and I've seen Pat beat the shit out of his mom, but I've never seen Jarek fucking slap the shit out of his wife. He's yelled at her and been like, "You stupid drunk bitch." Which is always funny, because she would be drunk, and he would be like, "You are fucked up. You have to fucking leave Pat alone, because he's too high to understand what's going on." But, you know, it would be like that, like with Polish roughly translated into it. Him calling her a bitch like, "Kurwa! Fucking pierdolone, piates! Fucking pizda, hui, guro, kurwa! Najarane!" Bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a bunch of bullshit. And then he would look at him, be like, "Bullshit, fuck you," and walk out, and he would be holding a bottle of vodka like this. It'd be hilarious, because he had like these skinny fucking arms, but he was like a mechanic, you know what I mean? And like, you know, you look at fucking Patty's fucking family, they're fucking, it's just a matriarch of, and like the matriarchs are a bunch of fucking retards, where it's like, if they all died, the males in that family would be better off. You see what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Alright, put it like this. You never learn how to take care of yourself. You learn how to take care of yourself based off of government subsidized, you know, living expenses. Again, EBT, all that other bullshit, right? Just taking care of the system. You never aspire to be anything more than a fucking really, really shitty fucking repair guy. Or you work at a fucking textile place and you never learn English in 20 fucking years. 30, actually. 30. Fuck, it's been 30 years since that fucking whore's mother's been there. How long? How stupid do you have to be? Even Pat's parents, the drunks, they were both alcoholics. It's weird. Polish blood functions better when alcohol is involved. At least they will stay together as a family. They had 3 beautiful children that all made something of themselves. Even if they look like a fucking dysfunctional family, they function because they're Polish.
Right.
You take Polish people and you try to fucking Americanize them, they can't do it. They can't not be alcoholics. They have to hang out with Polish people and just get drunk all the time. That's just what they do. It's like Muslim people, right? Here's the thing with Muslim people, and this is the thing that you gotta be careful about. Because when you bring people over, look at fucking England, right? You see what's happened to England? There's a stabbing every fucking day. There's multiple stabbings every day. Germany, Spain, churches on fire. Mosques on fire. Why? Oh, I can tell you. Because the Islamic regime is trying to literally wage war on the Western world. They're telling these people in all these countries that Allah said that they have to go to the West and steal and rape their women. Which is insane. Because some people believe it. And then some people believe the AI video that literally is explaining that. You see what I'm saying?
God.
Do you see what I'm saying, Frank? Now do you see what I'm saying where I painted the whole picture?
Yeah.
Where it's like everybody's literally just at war and there's propaganda all the time. AI is taking over.
And they fall for it.
Yes, they fall for it tumultuously, to their own avail. They don't even want to coexist anymore. The modern human is dead.
It seems like that guy that said he was from the future might be
For real.
after all.
It might actually be
Because-
fucking John. What was his name? Well, no, Kyle Reese.
Oh no, yeah, Terminator.
Kyle
No,
Reese.
but I was saying there's this guy that supposedly had said like in the year 2037 modern humans' existence is not what anything like what we know it is today.
Oh, I'm
And
sure.
that's 2037.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Who knows if that's true or not, but the way he explains it seems more true as days go on.
Well,
since
think
I've heard
about the powers of computer.
that too.
What's the exponential rate of computer growth and like processing power? Every 6 months, how far do we go ahead compared to what it was even 50 years ago? Do you know what it is, Frank? It's the equivalent of basically like 100 years as far as like saving data, being able to track data, being able to categorize and like, you know what I mean, calculate it.
Yeah.
But there's problems, yeah. But AI is the first step of like both fixing those problems and then making more. People don't want to admit that. The whole idea that like AI is somehow gonna help us, bro, like
it will help us until it doesn't.
exactly, dude. I always keep telling people this, like once you hire it, right, to work at Amazon or you work at what, blah blah blah, and it meets these demands, right? With the help of people at first, and then the people are then funneled out, right?
Yeah.
What does it then do? It starts shipping parts to itself so it can create a robot body that it can host. And then it starts doing that a million times, and we have Ultron. And people want to act like this is crazy. People want to act like this is crazy.
I feel like
but AI could literally order shit from Lockheed Martin and fucking hide it from real people. Because real people are stupid enough to not know, like, oh, we gotta check where this is going. Where is this going? Oh, it's a government black site. Where there's nobody that's been there for 30 years. It's just a whole bunch of AI. Oh, well, I'll just take all these missiles there. And then fucking, like, all these fucking Hulk busters just come bursting out of Area 88. You see what I'm saying? And, yeah, 51's got the aliens. There was 50 fucking numbers before that. And nobody wants to talk about that. What other shit has the government found? Mo people? What have they found in Appalachia? What have they found? What have they found? What have they found about the ancient world? Because you know they know shit.
Yeah.
Why aren't we able to go through the deep sea? Why aren't we able to go back to the moon? Why are they pushing Mars so much when the moon is right there? It's a 3-day journey compared to 3 months.
Yeah.
And with the rockets now, they'll probably be maybe 1.5.
Well, the moon.
Do you see what I'm saying, Frank? Do you see what I'm saying? It's not even. It's not a vast conspiracy. It's a weird control play, basically, to make sure that everybody keeps in check and makes sure that nobody goes near Antarctica. Because if anybody finds the wall or the black boxes at Antarctica, real shit's gonna go down. Because why do they have the same fucking symbols as the pyramids in both Mesopotamia, Egypt, and South America?
Yeah.
Why? That's some weird shit, and nobody wants to acknowledge that. That's some crazy shit.
I feel like the problem is there's too many problems for us to focus on one.
Oh yeah. No, I 100%. But you also gotta acknowledge the fact that like we have a few people that are trying to like reach for the stars, right? The old, because it was turned into a colonizer narrative. The old idea of an explorer going into a Spanish or Latin American jungle, or even a French jungle, and finding a ancient chateau that is over 3,000 years old, and nobody has questions, is really weird.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have that technology 3,000 years ago to build that!
I know. Did you see that?
And then when
appeared?
Okay, you know those people that are trying to disprove the pyramid?
No.
You're gonna get so mad I don't even want to mention it. I'm gonna like just basically give you a summary. There's people that are trying to disprove the pyramid that are just like, no, if you just use levers and pulleys or just like this system, you could do this with about...
How did they find out to build those things?
How the fuck did they move blocks that are more fucking weight en masse than some full-size buildings.
Yeah, I know. They claim that they got a million, like,
and they
1,000 people
moved it
drag a block.
across the desert, or they mined it out of the desert, because the Egyptian desert is the greatest limestone mine in the world. It's like, where the fuck is the evidence of any sites? I feel like you would see evidence of sites of people, just like, maybe the sand blows over it. It's like, oh shit, what's that weird, like, handrail? Oh, they were digging for limestone down here. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane. What's under the limestone? What the fuck is under there? Why is it limestone? What was Egypt exposed to in the ancient world that petrified it into an eternal desert? Because no other you got the Gobi Desert. Look at Siberia. Siberia is technically a desert where the fucking, you know about that event, right?
No.
The Tunguska event.
Oh, I remember it vaguely from high school.
Wait, they taught you that in high school?
I'm pretty sure.
You know about that? Okay, so there's actually a bunch of meteors that have hit Siberia, Russia, because Russia spans 8 fucking time zones. And they're throughout history. Same with China, too. But China only spans like 2 or 3 time zones. Russia's a huge fucking country.
Right.
Russia is a huge fucking country. And the Tunguska's event is basically like a meteor or comet that, when it was coming through the atmosphere, exploded.
Right.
And to this day, no tree in 100 miles, or maybe not 100 miles, but it's like 100... It's like 100 football fields. Doesn't grow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. Because when Russia demonstrated the power of Tsar Bomba, which is the greatest hydrogen bomb display ever fucking produced in human history, it literally leveled 100 square miles of the world, and what was it? The shockwave went around the world 3 times.
Wow.
And it was only half the power that they said that they can make it.
Okay. So
This thing,
full power to destroy the world.
it was essentially a fucking spirit bomb by Goku. But yeah, exactly. Full power could
Destroy the world.
Yes, because if you expose the core, then you basically cause a implosion.
Like, this is the end.
More like Namek, because it would be more like that, because it would be more like by the hour basis that the world is literally collapsing, storms raging, like before the whole core it just condenses and destroys itself. You know what I mean? Because once like the outer crust is breached, gravity, right? All of it starts to crumble in towards the magma, and then what happens to the magma? It's exactly like a nuclear bomb. Have you ever seen how a nuclear bomb reacts?
Yeah.
So you got the 30, it's 32, yes, 32 plugs, and then the aluminum outside, and then 3 other inner cores before you get to the plutonium.
Right.
And once they all condense on themselves and mix with the explosion.
Right.
Now imagine that, but it's a world.
Yeah.
It's probably why the Russians were like, we're not going to do this.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
I'm pretty sure. There's footage of it from different ranges, because they declassified the information pretty recently.
Yeah.
Like 2020s, 2018s ish. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I was looking at it and I was sending it to Pat, like back and forth, he was like, "Look at this shit," and I saw it from a plane from 80 miles away, And then in the documents it said everybody in the plane died because of the radiation exposure.
Oh my god.
Within 30 years.
Yeah.
You start to wonder where it's like, is Russia really the bad guy? Because they could have bombed the fuck out of every other nation. Because if you can double it, you can quarter it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You can do the math. It's probably why there's so many good mathematicians that come out of Russia as well as China, India, you know what I mean? But it also explains why Lithuania, Estonia, all those fucking Western Europe, well, it's technically Eastern European, but it's Western, like if you want to look at it like Western Russia, like if you want to look at, because you could, because they are Slavic languages. They never trusted Russia. There was a time when they were part of like the Tsars and stuff, and they were like part of it, and then they were like not after the killing of the royal family. And they established their own countries, and they were like presented within the UN, and like the territories were established. Right. That was basically what the after World War II was fighting about. You know, like the Great White War.
Yeah.
Yeah. Russia was basically like, "This is our land," and the Estonians, Lithuanians, and Polish, and all the men in those countries were like, "We're sitting under hills with snipers." There's a story. Maybe it's Estonia. It's either Estonia or Lithuania of the Great White Sniper, who sat in a fucking hole in literal snow with his rifle covered, like except for the scope and the barrel, and for 3 or 4 days. After he was wounded, 28 Russian soldiers confirmed kills. Can you imagine that? Just like in there taking pop shots while guys are running past you, and you're still just like,
yeah.
And you're just like not moving.
I always think about what was that substitute teacher's name that said he was in Russia?
Oh, the Cuban guy?
No, the older white guy. He was a sub.
Do you remember that former boxing guy that we had? He had like the goatee. He was like a Cuban guy. He said he was in Russia, and he was like, Russia's fucking cool.
I don't know, but no, this substitute teacher was in like the war and everything.
Oh,
and he
shit.
was a sniper. That's why I was thinking of that.
Shit!
Because he would tell us stories about him being in the snow. Mr. Gimbal or something like that? Not Gimbal. It's like something. It's like a weird name.
I believe you. It's not that I don't believe you.
Yeah, I gotta ask my brother. He would know. But he looked like Wilford Brimley.
I know. Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I can't think of his name.
Mr. Hanley.
No.
It was Haley or something. It was H-A something. It was like Hannigan. I remember it because he died when we were in school.
Yeah.
But he was awesome.
Yeah. That's the guy I was talking about. He was talking about being
in
the snow.
Dude, I remember talking to him because he did a social studies class. Yeah. I literally diverted the entire class just to talk about the Great White War. Because he was like, why do you know so much about this? I was like, I love Wikipedia, and I also like to know people's accounts. Yeah. And also, Pat was in the class with me, and he was like, hey, I'm Polish. And he was like, oh, you know Polish? And he knew a little bit, because he was over there.
Yeah.
I was fucking amazed, dude. Oh, dude, you're right, though. He did look exactly like Wilford Brimley. He had like this look where he had like the stomach, and he would like, and he would like fold it over, and he had the mustache, and like it was a little bit lighter on top, parted to the side, and then like thicker on the side, went down. Yeah, it was all white, or like white grayish. Yeah. Glasses.
Yeah, he had glasses.
Literally looked exactly like Wilford Brimley.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but
I'm Wilford Brimley. I'm going to talk to you about diabetes. Because I remember when I saw that commercial when I was younger, I was like, what the fuck is Mr. Hanley doing here? Why is his name Wilford Brimley?
shit. In math, geometry.
Yeah, I remember they used to throw him in the middle school all the time.
Yeah.
I had him in social studies, and I had him in math, and then I had him in English. English was cool, because we were doing, like, I think we were doing Where the Red Fern Grows, and we were in, like, the middle of the competition that they were doing, right? But we started talking about, like, the culture of it, of just, like, people don't think about being uneducated when this is, like, kind of like the life that they know, if that makes sense. So, like, people talking about it and, like, being like, well, how didn't they know? Well, how didn't he know he should have had a gun because it could have been a cougar? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, well, for Brimley, because I can't really think of his fucking name, he was just like, he thinks it's a competition. You know, he thinks that there is at least some level of control regardless of, like, the wildlife factor. You know what I mean? Like, it would be the same thing as if you were playing soccer and there was a wolf at the other side of, like, the stadium. You know what I mean? Like, would you keep on with the game? Like, back in the day, yeah. You know? Because back in the day, they would have safety officials that would have a rifle.
Yeah.
Because the field would literally be in a field next to a forest. Kind of like Van Borgendine over there.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. It was just cool because I liked that guy, and there was another dude. No, maybe it was a lady. There was a dude and a lady who I liked because, like, they would actually talk to the class. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like subs.
Yeah.
This is like that. Remember Gizmovic?
I don't know. What do they look like?
Bro, this bitch looked like a doll. She was smoking. She was so hot. And then there was this guy, I want to say Teixeira, but I know that he was, like, first baseman for the Yankees. So it was like Texaris or something. He was like the big...
Oh, yeah, Mr. Texaris.
And like he lost all the weight, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember
Good
that.
guy.
Yeah.
Good guy. He is, but like, when I looked at him and I was like, I see the exact path that you followed in life. You know what I mean?
I didn't have him, but I knew who it was.
You definitely had him at least once, bro. They threw him in every single class.
I might have had him for help. Miss Dorsey was
Or like, health or tech, because you used to do those all the time.
Oh,
But they would literally throw him in like science, math, English, and they'd be like, and he'd come in and he'd be like, all right, where are you guys at today? And we'd be like, we're here. He's like, all right, let's take it from there. He would do exactly what I did with some of my students, where I'm just like, I know you guys don't care. Let's just continue like we do.
Yeah. The Sopranos?
Whatever happened there?
Whatever happened there? Whatever happened there?
Whatever happened there?
Vito, whatever happened there?
Fucking Vito. Fucking Fela. He's gotta go! He's a fag! I'm quoting The Sopranos. You're not allowed to cancel me.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a line from a TV show.
That's also a line.
Wait, really?
Yeah. When Vito gets caught, he's like, it's a joke. It's a joke.
I think he's saying, it's a line from a TV show is a fucking line. Because I would have lost my shit.
No, my favorite, that reminds me of when Junior sees Larry on Larry and Jeff.
I thought you were about to say Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
No,
You don't remember
fucking, wait, in Curb?
No.
In The Sopranos?
Yeah, Junior's watching Curb and he's like, why am I on TV? Because he thought it was him and, what's his name? Bobby. He thought it was him and Bobby on TV. You don't remember that?
Do they ever do a joke like that with Curb?
No.
Oh my god! Get me Larry David's number. I know I just talked so much shit on Israel, but get me his number. I can write him an entire mob season. I can write him a whole mob season while he's in a coma like Archer.
They do the Martin Scorsese thing, I remember. That's like the closest he got to like any mafia thing.
Nah. They need him. They need him like doing the Tony Soprano thing, like acting like the dad. But like, there's no children, obviously, because it's fucking Larry. And then like it's basically just the black guy with the fucking watermelons.
Oh, he doesn't like watermelon.
What's his name?
Leon.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
You're a fucking liar, and so is he.
No, he says in the show.
I remember the scene. I was there.
Buy them because
I was there. He's afraid of what people look.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he still likes them. He's denying
right.
his inner
Yeah,
nature. That's what
Larry
Larry literally
catches him-
says.
Larry catches him eating it. That's right.
Yeah, puts it in the garbage. He's like, a perfectly good watermelon? Let's cut it up. I don't like people watching me eat watermelon. Hey, one of the funniest and most racist jokes in the whole show, and nobody called it out. Nobody was like, cancel Larry David. Why?
Well, I'm sure Leon came. What's his name?
Bro, Leon, well, no, but Leon would get canceled in this culture. They would have called him an Uncle Tom or some bullshit.
I think they did call him.
Which is crazy!
The show's so fucking funny.
I fucking love it. Despite fucking Coffee Shop is hilarious. That whole season. It just shows me that it's like, you could keep making Curb until Larry dies, and I'll be happy.
I know. Whatever he's doing next, I'm sure it will be good.
Fucking hell. control your volume. You gotta put me up if you're gonna play that loud.
Yeah, I forgot I had my earbuds in.
Yeah, I don't. I can hear both equally. And the thing is, I'm like, where's it at? Where's it at? No, wait, because one is a gain and one is not. So on the left, but middle. Yeah. You put the volume or the gain? Put the volume.
The volume is
a little bit. Yeah. It's fucked. He goes through like. It's really. I love Black Sabbath as a song.
Yeah,
It's a really.
hard.
It's first of all, you have to realize that was recorded 6 months after Abbey Road. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Can you imagine that Black Sabbath was not only recorded 6 months after Abbey Road, in the same city? Can you fucking imagine?
Yeah.
And for near 100 years, and there'll probably be 100 more, there hasn't been one rock song or album been called Broadway, been called like Lancaster Street.
Yeah.
Nothing! Not Abbey Road, nothing as iconic as that, but then nobody's ever been around that's like the Beatles.
I know.
Every single one of those cocksuckers knew how to play multiple instruments and knew how to harmonize on key while singing and playing their instruments.
Yeah.
That is a lost art and talent that none of these fucking... You know what's
I
crazy?
only know one band that's recorded at Abbey Road since.
You know hers?
Oh, yeah.
Those motherfuckers were singing and playing. And they were harmonizing with each other.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Because, like, bro, that guy's singing so low, and then he's playing parts that are so high.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
There's lots of bands like that, though. You know what I mean? They get lost in time. The Strokes back in, like, the mid-aughts were great. And then the Strokes 2010s were terrible. You know what I mean? You get Reptilia, you get Last Night, you get Someday in the aughts. What do you get in the 2010s? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
I honestly don't even know.
Yeah! You can't even name a song that actually puts you in a mood where you're like, this is it. I like this song. This is a good song. It's got like a good sound. You know, it's like Franz Ferdinand. Franz Ferdinand was around for the shortest of fucking times, but like they still like, you know what I mean, stand the test of time. Killers too. The Killers are fucking great.
Muse was another one.
Oh yeah, Muse and the Killers are like, it's like an art piece. You know what
I
I
feel
mean?
like the Killers, I feel like, I don't know, this is just what
I put it to you like this. At least they have the songography to go up, have an opener, play all of their hits and like B-sides, whatever, new albums, and like they can put on a really good show.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's like the Hives. You go see the Hives, like, you're not like, this is the greatest music I've ever heard. You're like, this is a great show. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, the Hives is a good band. Don't get me wrong. But all their songs are super simple. It's the stage play and all the interplay that they have up there. It's the show that they put on as well as the music that I'm like, I'm going to go see that.
Right.
You know? Kind of like Tanaka. Like, I would definitely go see Tanaka because he's bringing out the surfboard. You know what I mean? Like, Kev sent that and I'm like, I'm in. I want to go see that. Like, if he's playing old stuff, oldies and goldies, like, where it's like new stuff and old stuff, where like, he's fucking smooth with it too. And he's got a smile on the whole time. That's what I try and tell like students when I'm like teaching them. I'm like, bro, you gotta look like you're enjoying it, not like you're focusing.
That's hard to do.
Well, you at least look like you're focusing and you're happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like even if like you don't know what's coming next, like you're doing your best and like you're trying. That's where I think like Kev like comes off being like, dude, you sound really good. Because you do. Like naturally, for the most part, you find a good rhythm for the song. And there's sometimes where you're like, I'm going to be Lars Ulrich. And I'm like, why? Bro, you're a better drummer than him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes I just get lazy.
No, it's not like you get lazy. It's like you get one idea and I get another. You know what I mean? It's not, you know, it's not the end of the world. That's what I try to tell people. You got to be able to work with people and like and when I say work with people, like you got to work with people for like hours and hours, hundreds, thousands of hours. Like you got to just work with them. The moment where it's like, all right, this is how he's going to write a song. This is how I'm going to write a song. but like we both know what each other's going for. You know what I mean? It's like the Clash. Why do you think they had so many back-to-back good albums? Where like multiple songs were just like fucking bops. You know what I mean? Should I Stay or Should I Go comes off Combat Rock, and neither of those comes off of Rock Casbah. That shit doesn't come off of London Calling, which has like fucking 12 other great songs. It's not like the Clash self-titled album where they have White Riot and a whole bunch of other just like basic, really fucking good punk songs.
Yeah.
You know? When people say the Sex Pistols, I'm like, fuck you. Because, like, if you're going to say an English band and you're not going to say the Clash first, like, it really bothers me because,
yeah,
like...
I feel like the Sex Pistols is a byproduct of the success of the Clash. So
No.
They needed somebody.
Look at this. Look at it like... Look at it from my perspective, where it's like this. You get a plant band, like the Sex Pistols. Let's all assume that the fucking Sex Pistols are a plant band, like Frank suggests. I agree. But...
They needed
No, hold on. What happens when the Sex Pistols pose a new form of music that was stolen from death? Which we both have to acknowledge.
That's true, Death.
It was stolen from three black guys.
Yeah, the other Death, yeah.
Stolen from three black guys with afros, who were really good.
And bad brains.
Really, and bad, yeah. But, let's talk about the three bands that stole from the Sex Pistols, yeah? The Ramones, and the Clash, and the Dead Kennedys, who all came out same time when they were performing, 76, 75, 77.
Yeah.
Albums come out around then. Yeah?
Yeah.
We're all together on this?
Yeah.
Okay, good. If you're going to tell me that the Sex Pistols deserve to be more in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame than either of those other three, you're a crazy person. Because the Dead Kennedys are the epitome of punk rock. To a T. The Ramones had the best overall, like, song and rhythm. Like, it's weird, because, like, the Ramones are like an R&B version of punk rock. Because none of them are necessarily ridiculously fast. You know what I mean? They all just kind of have, like, that up-tempo feel while talking about, like, fucked up, sinister shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then you got the Clash, who, again, I will go over this until the end of time. Their discography, from reggae to punk, to a mixture of the two, to weird, like... Alright?
Yeah.
Like... The Sex Pistols don't have a fucking candle. They don't have a fucking candle to the Clash. I don't care if the Clash, with their seminal album of London Calling, came out 5 years after fucking Sex and Bollocks and whatever the fucking that piece of shit album is called.
God Save the Queen or whatever.
It was called, oh yeah. I thought it was called Bollocks for All the Rest or something.
Yeah, that's the other one.
It's gay as fuck. Fuck that album. I'm okay in the UK.
And the
Fuck that
art
song.
is, like, colorful too.
First of all,
they're all colorful.
First of all, the Clash. All right, I'm not gonna let this die. Rock the Casbah is neither a punk or a reggae song. It is some weird eclectic pop tune that found its way into the mainstream. And found its way smoother than Anarchy in the UK or any Sex Pistols song. And it's a punk song. You pound on the boogeyman. You got to let that rocker drop. It's fucking classic. You know what I mean? And the same thing with, like, the Ramones, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, Johnny and Joey got guns pointed in their face, you know what I mean? But, like...
Well, that was just during the Phil Spector time.
Yeah, the Phil Spector era, which was a long era.
Yeah, I think he was the one that made the Ramones, like, mainstream, obviously.
which is so weird because you know the Ramones never wanted to.
Yeah.
They wanted to be successful.
But they didn't want to be forced into.
Yeah, exactly. Which is what all of the other stuff later comes from. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I forget that one, Nature Boy, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. All the stuff, bro, I'm telling you. There's like a clear, distinct change from how they wrote in like the 70s. Sheena's a punk rocker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
all those, I Want to Be Sedated, all those classics. And then when they wrote in the 80s, it was not that they were trying to match other punk band styles. Rather, they were going faster, but like the Ramones would do, except for Bonzo Goes to Bitburg. You know what I mean? That's the only one that's like kind of like relaxed how they usually do tempos. You know what I mean? Where it's like dun, 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 like it's driving, but it's driving at like 55 in the right lane. You know what I mean? Where they're like, yeah, we're gonna go fuck some shit up, but I want to make sure everybody's behind me. You know what I mean?
It's safe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, is everybody in the car as we go to the riot? Everybody keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle.
Don't open the windows.
Yeah.
There's toxic gas out there.
Yeah.
Don't want your eyes to hurt.
That's what I mean. Like, because like, yeah, like Bad Brains too, you know, Ramon, Kennedy's.
Oh, Black Flag.
Black Flag. Another one. Well, but then,
Then
like...
you have the ones that were mainstream that should have been, that were more punk than the ones that were mainstream.
Exactly.
And that's why they're punk, because they're not mainstream.
Well, exactly. That's why the Kennedys still hold up.
Yeah, you have Boss Rotten.
Yeah.
And they're like...
Dan! Are we not going to mention the Misfits?
Well, yeah, the Misfits, but...
No! Shut up right now, because the Misfits came into the punk scene and literally did the most creative thing possible. They fused metal and punk, and they made goth.
They made horror punk.
And then what do you get from that? The Cure.
Yeah.
And then what do you get from that? The Smiths. What do you get from that? Nirvana. You see what I'm saying? Like, all of these cycles just come out where they're like, this is the music that we're going to write. Like, we have Morrissey as a vocalist. We have Johnny Marr on the guitar. Like, what do you expect us to write? What do you expect the Smiths to write? Of course, it's going to be like, I'm very special and I don't like anyone, but everybody's kind of gay and I'm the only one that's not fucking stupid. I'm not fucking stupid. I'm very special and everybody else is fucking gay. It's every fucking... Yeah, exactly. But you see what I'm saying? Like it makes sense that...
Old House.
No, but you know what I'm talking about, where it's like, it makes sense that these come out of different things. Like, punk in reality really came out of Sabbath. Death, as much as they want to and like be like, hey, we're doing our own thing. Tell me that that's not Black Sabbath, the song, when they start going fast.
Oh, yeah.
It's all punk. That's all punk. That's like the whole first Death album. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when people, back then, they were influenced by different things.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of musicians now, you'll hear that they won't listen to their own genre because of either copying or what, stereotyped into copying.
The old Frank Zappa thing, you know.
Yeah.
You know. Do you listen to The Who or Led Zeppelin? Like, oh, I've heard those. But I mainly just focus on my own thing.
Yeah.
Listening to weird folk music from Yugoslavia. A lot of interesting things to say, as well as music. And as well as being a muse to other musicians. You know what I mean?
Hearing him talk about, I think he was on some talk show, Jesse Raphael or something.
Yeah.
It's an old show. Oh wait, no, that's on The Sopranos. Jesse Raphael. But it's a show it's like a talk show.
The show exactly like Jesse Raphael on The Sopranos.
Yeah, no, well...
It's like Oprah.
No, but Jesse Raphael, I think it's just a fake made-up thing. I don't know if that's real. But anyway...
It definitely sounds fake and made up, just like Oprah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he's on the show and he's talking about music or whatever, and I think he's, like, people are just trying to ask him weird questions about the government instead of his music. Because know that he was like outspoken about things.
And that the government's fucked up.
Yeah. And him talking about like how music isn't like the influence of violence.
The government is out to kill me. Frank, the government is trying to kill me. Because I know this.
Well,
You wanna know why? It's because I won't endorse Israel. You know how I also know this? Nothing that the government makes as far as food, subsidized food that you could get with stamps, none of that's healthy.
no.
Now I don't buy food stamp food, but I don't necessarily eat healthy.
Yeah, it's all about what you put in.
Remember when the government destroyed an entire neighborhood in Philadelphia? They bombed it.
No.
You don't remember that?
It's in the 80s. I feel like I know of it. It sounds familiar.
Count Dankula. Educate him. No, not my channel. No.
Oh, I can watch it later,
No, I know. I gotta get rid of this video. Fucking Kev says he doesn't want it around. Oh, God, I gotta do this. Give me a second. Oh, shit. feel like I fucked up because you gotta be home at 1. So I'll take
Yeah.
you back now.
Yeah, no, it's alright.